Welcome to Troy, Alabama. A lot of fans might think that running through the tee is reserved for the Volunteers of Tennessee, but the Trojans here at the Vet would strongly disagree as we are set for a showdown on the Wiregrass. Today, a couple of Sun Belt rivals ready to square off. As we'll see, the Marshall Thundering Herd taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Troy Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Marshall will kick off to get the festivities started. From inside the 15, here's the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Trojans offense will get first crack at it today. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead, and it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Rush is on him, and the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. And guys, this 3rd and long is not exactly how they drew it up. Hopefully it's not an indication of what we'll see the rest of the game. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Here's the pressure. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down, 4th down coming up.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
Makes the catch near the 50. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Thundering Herd offense takes the field. It's our first look at them in this one. And, Jesse, they've got a quarterback that if he can get into a rhythm can serve. Breaks into the open. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Leaves it with the back. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Wide open downfield. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Thundering Herd! They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Trojans want to move quickly. Right back to the well. running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26. Facing a third down and short from the 26. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Hauls it in. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Trojans with the 1st and 10. The run from the shotgun. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Trojans will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Oh, that's one that can mess with your confidence. That is horrible. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Here's the handoff. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Oh, he's got a chance. Got enough for the first down. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll go with a direct snap. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Right back to the well. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there. 3rd and long coming up.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Quarterback on the keeper. Quarterback gets the first down. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Thundering Herd picked up a fresh set of downs by keeping it on the ground. They go to the counter. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. They tried to get the defense going the wrong way with the counter, but nothing doing.
Aggressive defense, attacking defense. You want to hit them with those counters, but it wasn't successful in this play. Defensive line, linebackers, everybody's dialed in. They see what's going on. They diagnose it, go downhill, hit them right in the middle of the field.
They'll send the tight end in motion. The play action fake. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Power football with the run. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
I like the way this offense is ending the first half. Like, putting a good drive together. I like the running down here in this area. You got to be physical in this part of the field. You've got a good lead. You got a chance to go in the half with more momentum, continue to run the ball, eat the clock, and put some points on the board.
It's good. Easy call for the refs. And that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they are lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So, guys, we'll have another look at this Troy offense. They've spotted them a 10-0 start. Now to see if they can answer on this drive. Leaves it with the running back. Picks up the first down. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play. The Trojans want to pick up the tempo.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Quick tempo here for the offense.
And nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. And the Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure coming. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit, and you got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback, man.
Back to pass. The screen, and watch out. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Going for it all. It's broken up and almost intercepted on that shot to the end zone. It'll be 4th down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. It's against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Marshall takes over the ball. The Thundering Herd offense coming out. They've built a quick double-digit lead now to try to get this offense really humming. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll run it from the gun. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
What a play by this offense. Finally out of bounds, and a perfect way to wrap up the first quarter. Guys, it is Marshall carrying the lead into the quarter break. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Tight end now in motion. Off play action on first down. He'll take a deep shot here. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. They've gotten very little done on their first 3 possessions, hoping this one will be more productive. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1. The Trojans are in the hurry-up. Rides to back and leaves it. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Sets up the screen. There he goes. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out and in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Gives it on the option. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take a shot. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off.
Nice read, nice break. Good job by the defender understanding that ball had some air underneath it. Takes advantage of it, goes and makes the big play.
The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
The give to the back. Nifty run there. Pickup of 6 out to the 25. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Marshall now lines up trying to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Tight end finds a soft spot. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
Oh, better look out!
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these, but if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll run play action. Fires to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On third down, he drops the throw. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Marshall will be forced to punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
Yeah, it fell incomplete because you did a great job of getting to the quarterback. He's in the pocket. Yeah, he's comfortable, but you get in there and you get a hit on him. Now he feels it, can't throw the football, can't follow through with his arm motion. Nice job by the defense.
Shakes off the defender. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Trojans are at the line looking to convert on third and short. This quarterback part of their running game. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. The Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the big fella.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
They'll keep it on the ground. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And these short yardage situations, it all comes down to the up front. Like, who can win the battle up front? Can you get a hat on the hat? And they do. This offensive line, they get on the D-line, they create just enough space, understand short yard situation.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Another sack. This quarterback group, not this quarterback, this one, because you're already on quarterback number 2, taking a lot of hits today. Got to keep these guys upright, got to protect them. This offensive line has to do a better job.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The give to the back. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be fourth down. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. And he missed it. No good. The missed field goal leaves us with a double-digit game still sitting at 10. Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
They'll give it to the back. Makes a man miss. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. From the gun, running back gets to give. Makes it past the marker. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Got his man on the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
Third and long from the 30-yard line in this defense, hoping to knock them out of field goal range. Got it, looking for the first down. Rams him with the stiff arm. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Quick strike complete. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. A pass in these tight quarters, if you're going to put the ball up, you'd like to think that you'd either have space or get it downfield a little bit.
Yeah, I like the defense understanding where the end zone is and then defending that line. It's okay to make the catch. You just got to make sure you get the ball carrier down in the field of play.
And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
They're going to run it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Hurd! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So, guys, we'll have another look at this Troy offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Quickly to the tight end. He finds enough room to get it up to the 28-yard line before going out of bounds.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Out of the gun, the inside give. Crosses to 40. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. He's got the back in the middle. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Trojans have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Off play action. Takes the easy one to the back. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. The Trojans come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Pocket breaking down. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down.
Really nice job by the defense, playing aggressive, understanding it could be a running situation, but still playing disciplined enough to play the pass and be successful on that 3rd and short.
The kick is on its way. Nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. That is coverage just the way they designed it, and they've got him backed up. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fellow on the sidelines, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one so far in Troy today.
And the Trojans will kick it off to start the 2nd half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Marshall takes over the ball. The Thundering Herd offense coming out. They open this 3rd quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the 2nd half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
The Thundering Herd needing a ton of ground to get it to that 1st down marker. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Gets open down the middle. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. Marshall will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. The give out of the gun. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? The Trojans come to the line in the hurry-up. He'll throw on 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Trojans!
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they close to within 10, down 17-7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here he comes with the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit of heat to put points on the board. Running back searching for a hole. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Marshall might go for a big play here on 2nd and short. Back to pass. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
Man, a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Casey. Still on his feet at the 45. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
To the ground with the back. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and short.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. And that'll not only be a 1st down, it'll be 1st and goal from the 7.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
This defense obviously knows they've got to be able to stop the run if they're going to win this football game. And you wonder if they've been able to make some tweaks and adjustments to try and take this running back away.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Pop.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, I got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
He's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Marshall!
And the head coach is going to keep going for it on 4th down because his offense responds like that. Your coach gives you the ultimate vote of confidence. Down on the goal line, we're going for it. I believe in you guys to execute and get us in the end zone, and they pay it off. Phenomenal job up front by the offensive line. You love to see a team respond to their coach's confidence.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they tacked on the extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, want to jump in and let you know what's going on in this top 25 showdown. Virginia Tech has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet inside Lane Stadium. They're up by 7 over NC State. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some...
Oh, he's got some space. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the Trojans racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Right back to the well, finding open areas. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Handoff from the gun. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
On the move. Nice move to keep running. He stopped just inside his own 40. They'll mark it at the 39. It'll be 4th down. The Trojans will send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Marshall takes over the ball. The Thundering Herd offense coming out. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll leave it with him. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. We've reached the break, and Marshall is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. The give on the counter. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Turning it on. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
And you see so many of these plays now in today's football. Wide receiver coming in motion, and the quarterback catches it, just flips it forward. That's a completed pass. You see the big plays where it just lets him get on the edge really, really quickly. And if he drops the football coming in motion, it's just an incomplete pass. So these plays are getting big plays with really no risk.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Shoves back behind the chains. It's 1st and 15. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down. This Marshall offense putting together a nice drive. Sends it back in motion. On the option. He'll toss it. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
I think a lot of quarterbacks like those defenses that will be passive and let it slowly develop. Nah, this defense, you could tell, they were aggressive and attacking, and it really paid off.
And the third down pass is incomplete.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
And they decide to trot out the kicker. Well, they've already made one. The holder will put it down at the 38 for a 48-yard attempt. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, we'll have another look at this Troy offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
And the Trojans headed quickly to the line. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And that decision will be questioned for a while. This offense has it with really good field position. Snap it to the back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
3rd and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field, and we're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got his man quickly. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Picks up the 1st down, still moving. Oh, what a move to get open. Nothing but green grass down the middle. Touchdown, Trojans. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the 2nd level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
How about this? A 2-point conversion coming. He's got it, so they convert the 2 and keep just a flicker of hope alive, down 2 possessions. If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Kick catch interference. Kicking team.
The only thing I can think is he just didn't see him signal for the fair catch. That's an easy call for the official, and they'll accept the penalty. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front. Marshall comes to the line way behind the sticks here on 2nd and long. Now the play fake. Fires to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Marshall comes to the line facing 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Casey. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
And at some point for the defense, I'm just thinking, hey, man, like, it's got to be somebody else. I mean, the big tight end has made play after play after play today, and we know if it gets close in the 4th quarter, they're going to look his way, so the defense really needs to have a plan.
Off the play fake on first down. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Caught in the backfield. It's Casey. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Thundering Herd trying to dial one up to convert on 3rd down. He'll pull it on the read. It's a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
It's a big mountain to climb, but the defense helping themselves out by getting that takeaway. They're going to need a few scores now, but you needed something positive to happen. You needed the momentum to shift.
Breaks into the open. Got the first down and more. Drills him with the stiff arm. What a run. Takes it all the way down to the 11-yard line before he's forced out. The Trojans, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Might as well give it to him again. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's batted away, and the 4th down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football. Looking to throw on 1st down. They're setting up the screen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Hit as he throws. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
They're dealing with a second and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. A little screen to the running back. He is guided out of bounds, and they'll mark it at the 28.
Screen pass just not working there. You figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
Under fire. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt. Unleashes one deep. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on fourth down.
I like it. Take the shot, throw it to the end zone, try to make a play, give your receiver a chance to make it. You know, you got to make plays. You're trailing late in the fourth quarter, and you need touchdowns. Like, got to come up with something big, and this offense just wasn't able to do it. Now, defense is going to have to go pull out some miracles, maybe an onside kick. Something great's going to happen to get back in this ball game.
If they can pick up a yard here on second down, that might put this one in the books. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. He gets it past the chains, and it'll be a first down for Marshall. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Marshall comes to the line way behind the sticks here on second and long. Wants to go up top. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Creates a little space. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
It's third down, and they have to get it to the 42 to move the sticks. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Ball's incomplete, and that'll do it from here. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team coming to fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
Well,